The best piece of advice I have for someone trying to succeed in the film industry or any creative space is if you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.
One of the best to ever do it.
What is freedom? I think I stole this from Bob Dylan, but maybe I stole this from Woody Guthrie. Freedom for me is waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night, and in between doing exactly what I want to do. What's the secret to happiness? The secret to happiness is finding something you love and then doing that for the rest of your life.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Site Review Tuesday. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Now, here in a minute, we're going to get to reviewing one of your websites, and I do want to point out that while this has been pre-recorded, I'm hanging out in the chat, interacting with you guys live and answering your questions. Now, if you're interested in having your website reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your site. And in addition to getting a site review, I also offer a one-on-one session to each photographer who has had a site review done to help them answer any questions or assist in making any changes that they may want to make. Now, don't forget, we also live stream every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so I hope to see you there. Let's get into the site review. All right, everybody, and welcome to Site Review Tuesday. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success, and we're just going to go ahead and get started with the site review right here on the homepage. So first of all, let me drop this down so you guys can see where we're at. We're on derightfocusphotography.com. Nice play on words there. I think that's a funny title. It's super interesting. So we'll just get started right here. You've got a nice title, homepage title up here. You could add a little bit more information. I know people can't read it once it extends beyond this, but it does help your SEO. So that's definitely more information you could add here. The other thing as well is I'm seeing a custom favicon up here, but it's slightly different. Not slightly, it's very different from what's down here. So you might want to pick out some consistent colors, keep your branding the same. Maybe if you want to use this green, maybe change this to be like DW in the green with a white background or something like that, just to keep it a little bit more consistent. All right, so let's reset this and get this up here. All right, so your logo, nice looking logo, nice clean. It is a little hard to read for me. This font that you're using is a little bit hard for me to read. It's also got some extra space around in here you might want to take a look at. Not sure if this space is coming from the logo itself. Guys, whenever you upload logos to Zenfolio, you always want to make sure that you crop in as tight as possible to your logo image. You can always add padding once you upload it into Zenfolio. So something to think about there. But other than that, not bad. It is taking up a lot of space here. This is a really big header, so just something to think about there. I know your logo is more like a square orientation, but there still is a lot of space right here and here. We could kind of trim this down. The next thing too is, if you're going to have this much space, you could make your site menu items a little bit larger. They're kind of slightly hard to read, not incredibly hard, but you could make them a little bit larger, a little bit easier to read. All right, let's scroll down. Let's just take a look at this. So we've got the photo strip on here. Let's just kind of slide over and see what kind of images we have here. So it looks like primarily you are a wedding photographer. All right, so one of the things I want to point out here is you have this photo strip. And what a photo strip is useful for is on the homepage, if you want to show a mixture of horizontally orientated and portrait orientated images, the photo strip is nice because it kind of lets them all show in their own actual aspect ratio. It doesn't crop the images off. However, What I'm noticing here is that you're using all horizontally orientated images. So I don't see any portrait orientated images at all. So just a couple of things to think about here. If you're using only these landscape horizontal orientated images, you could use a full screen slideshow that would be like an automatic slider rather than this one that requires some manual interaction. So you could use that full screen slideshow here. It's going to show your images larger. It's going to show them one at a time, and it's going to be kind of automatic rather than requiring the user to actually interact with it. Now, if you want to add some portrait orientated images into the mix, I definitely would recommend sticking with this. I would like to see a few more photos here on your homepage. Let's do a count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess what I want to say is not a few more photos, but a little bit more diversity in your photos. A lot of these are the bride and groom photos, really close up like this. They're beautiful photos. They're great. But I would like to see there'd be some different shots. Like this is great. This is great. But just some more variety of the photos that you have here. So maybe a little bit of the reception, just a little bit more diversity in the photos. Let's scroll down. So you have this nice little message right here. I think that's perfectly fine. And then down here, you have your about message. Now, one of the things I notice here is that I'm not seeing any kind of location information. So up to this point, I see your photos, know your photographer. I have no clue where you are located or if you're somebody that I can hire because we're in the same location. I do see Jamaica mentioned several times here, so I'm wondering if maybe that's your location, but I'm not for sure yet. The other thing too is you do have your social media icons duplicated. They're down here. They're up here. I didn't see them on the header, but they are down here twice. So just something you might want to look at right here is having these. It looks like this might be your footer menu on, and you might have the social media icon showing in your footer menu. All right, other than that, nice homepage. Let's go ahead and check out your portfolio. All right, so clicking on the portfolio, this looks like it was kind of left as the default whenever you create the account, the way it's set up. So whenever you create a Zenfolio account, it comes with a portfolio folder, and inside of there are all the different galleries that you kind of indicated when you created the account of the different type of work that you do. This is just examples to try to help you understand how to use it. It's definitely not recommended as a way we would recommend you leaving it. All right, so a couple of things here. When we click on this portfolio, we're now looking at different galleries in here. So I don't like this type of portfolio navigation. As you're going to see really quickly, it requires a lot of clicking around. But the other thing that I want you guys to see is that when I click this, I completely lost your Zenfolio navigation. So for some reason on the portfolio group page, you have that header turned off and there's no navigation here. So as a visitor, I've lost your Zenfolio navigation. I now have to click the back button to actually get back to where I can kind of navigate around. So let me show you what this portfolio navigation is going to look like to somebody just because of the way that it's set up. So we're going to click on portfolio. We lose the navigation, and then the first thing that we see is behind the scenes. I'm not sure that's what I would suggest leading on in your portfolio. What do you guys think in chat? Usually what I recommend is when somebody goes to your portfolio, the first thing that they should be presented with is your primary focus. If you're a wedding photographer, if you're an engagement photographer, that's what I should be seeing first. Whatever your primary focus is, that's the first portfolio I should come to. But let's click on this and take a look. All right, we get your navigation back. So it's nice that we do get your navigation back, but now we have, it looks like a single photo here of behind the scenes. We have select photos, share on, we have the favorites, and we have this hover. Now let's click on this and see. And we just have kind of this one single image. So as a visitor, it took me how many clicks to get here? 1, 2, so 2 clicks into your portfolio, and I'm seeing a single photo with some confusing things kind of going on here. I'm not sure, and I'm like, is this all that's in here? But then the bigger thing is that now I have to go through the process of going back to portfolio and then clicking on another one to view. So I would definitely recommend not leading with this. And in fact, I probably would not even show this in your portfolio until you get some more images in there. And still then, I kind of question whether behind the scenes photos actually belong in your portfolio. I think that's more like in the about section or something like that. Your portfolio is where you want to take visitors so they can see the best examples of your work. And leading with this behind the scenes photo where you only have one photo, I already feel like as a visitor, I'm kind of wasting my time. So I would definitely take this out and consider setting this up a different way. But let's go check out your engagements. So the next one over is engagements. Let's check that out. So we're going to click in here. All right, so now we have some more photos to look at. So let's just kind of scroll down here and take a look. Okay, so we've got about what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 photos. I like, it looks kind of like you're cherry picking your shoots and picking out the best 3 or 4 photos from your shoots, which I think is fine. I would love to see some more photos in here. I do like that you have these grouped. Normally, I don't like it when people group photos from the same shoot, but I kind of like these because I think it flows really nice. Definitely a couple of things. So we'll start up here at the top. A lot of this feedback you guys are going to be familiar with if you watch the site reviews. And let me just reset this so we get a better view here. A lot of this feedback you guys are going to be familiar with if you're watching Site Review Tuesdays quite a bit. First of all, engagement. This is the title of the gallery. Perfectly fine calling it engagement. I still have no idea where you are located. So some of the things you can do is when you title your portfolio galleries, you could put, I'm just going to throw a location out there because I have no idea. You could put like Northern Jamaica or Jamaica Engagement Photographer, Jamaica Engagement Photography Portfolio. Those are things that you can title your gallery with. One is going to let your visitor know like some location information, but two, that's also good for your SEO. The next thing is you can have gallery captions. They are by far the most unutilized feature of Zenfolio. You can have lots of text information in your gallery captions, talk about the places you like to shoot engagement photos, engagement session ideas, why you love it, and also have a call to action in that text. I'm not saying write a novel in the gallery caption. I'm just saying add some information to help your visitor understand a little bit more about what you offer, where you are, and it's going to help your SEO as well. This select photos button, why do I need to select photos in your portfolio if I'm a visitor? If you have a very definitive answer to that question, if you can say, well, I want this because in case somebody sees a location and they really like and they want to select it and save it as their favorites, that's fine. But if that's not the path that you're looking for, you want to remove anything that can potentially confuse and sidetrack visitors from saying like, okay, I love their work, they're in my area, let's talk to this photographer. All right, and then when I hover over the images, here's the favorite icon again, and then all these social media icons. Is this really the presentation that you want to give to your visitors of seeing this stuff and kind of like, oh, well, what does this do or what does this do? In my opinion, the purpose of a portfolio is to let the visitor know that you can produce the type of work and the quality of work that they are looking for. And then from there, you want to quickly move them into learning more about you and contacting you. All right. And then going down to the bottom, I don't see any captions, keywords, categories, anything down here is at all. So if you have taken the time to categorize and keyword your photos in your gallery, none of that stuff is benefiting you because it's not set to show here on the gallery. Some beautiful photos, absolutely gorgeous work. We need more information and maybe a couple more photos here on this portfolio page. All right, we're going to check out one more portfolio and then we're going to move on to the rest of your site. So again, you can see how cumbersome this flow is as a visitor because then I have to go back to portfolio and click on a gallery when this could be a drop-down menu where I could easily just hover over, click on the next portfolio and navigate and save a couple of clicks. So we're going to go back to portfolio and let's check out your family portfolio. All right, so again, same feedback before. Gallery title, no gallery caption, select photos is showing. We have a lot of the same elements here. Let's scroll down and take a look at these photos. So I've only got about 4 here. I would definitely like to see a little bit more. For sure, I think you definitely need to add a little bit more photos in here to your family portfolio. Again, no categories or keywords. Down here at the bottom, So pretty much same feedback as I had on the previous gallery. All right, it says that you do videos. Let's go check out your videos. And again, I do want to point out, I have no idea where you're located still. I have no idea if you're somebody that I can hire, because I know that you're in my area or not. All right, clicking on videos. Looks like we're landing again on another group page. This is engagement videos. Let's click here and see. All right, so this is empty. If you have this set up because this is something that you're going to add later, go ahead and set this gallery to private until you add something in there. That way, this doesn't show up. Let's check out this over here, your wedding videos. All right, and so it looks like you have two different, let's check these out really quick. All right, so this is a wedding video. Let me just kind of mute this for a second. All right, so some nice examples of your video work here. Same thing over here. So what I would do, just like with your portfolio for videos, I would turn this into a drop down and I would say videos, wedding videos. I wouldn't add engagement videos until you actually have something in that gallery. So something to think about. And then again, here we have the select videos. Why do we need to select videos if we're just viewing this as example work? Something to think about here as well. Also, again, no categories, no keywords, no captions, lots of things that you can do to add some more information in here to help you provide the visitor with more information, as well as provide search engines with more information so you can rank better on search results. All right, let's check out your blog. All right, let me refresh my browser here. All right, so here we are in your blog, and the last blog post that I see is July 5th, 2018. So that is well over a year ago. All right, well over a year ago. Before that, June 30th. So it looks like you started out June 30th. You posted a blog post. July 2018, you posted a blog post. And it looks like you were getting some comments on these posts, and then it just kind of stopped. So I don't know if you didn't get busy. I don't know if maybe you took a break. And that's kind of my point. As a visitor, I'm seeing your last blog post, and I'm seeing images that you were using on your homepage and in your portfolio. I'm starting to wonder what's going on with the right focus photography. Are you still actively shooting? Are you taking a break? Are you on like this really long vacation? Point is if you're not going to blog post consistently, and at least do one once a month. So when I click on here and I see a blog post from this month, if you're not going to do that, I would recommend removing the blog and putting your focus and attention somewhere else, working on your SEO, making sure that your portfolios update, categorizing, keywording things, any of that stuff. This is exactly what you don't want people to see when they come and click on your blog, is a blog from over a year ago. There's only two, and they're already seeing some of the images from your homepage. Makes them wonder what's been going on. All right, but let's click on a blog post just to see how your blog post looks. All right, so location is the Stewin. I'm probably going to say it wrong. It's the Stewin Castle. Hopefully I'm saying that right. First little bit of location information I've seen, other than where you mentioned Jamaica a couple of times on your homepage. So kind of giving me a little bit more information, but not enough to really nail down a location. And then it looks like this is primarily just photos from the shoot with a little bit of text. So I would definitely consider probably focusing elsewhere other than your blog if you're not going to keep it up to date. Absolutely beautiful photos though. Your photos are gorgeous. I think you did a great job setting the photos in here. Just want to see more blog posts, but honestly, I would probably recommend having your efforts put elsewhere if you're not going to be consistent on the blog. Let's check out your about page. All right, so here we are on your about page. We've got a nice photo of you here, and then some information down here. Not a whole lot, and this is the about information that we were seeing on your homepage. So As a visitor, I was hoping that clicking on your about page would give me more information that was already than what was already available to me on your homepage. So this is definitely something I would consider changing. If you're going to show your about message on your homepage, let's create a custom about page and let's add some more information in here. Like, let's nail down, where are you located? Like, I still have no idea if I can hire you because I'm not sure if you just travel all the time and if you're a travel photographer or what. So that's some information I need to know. Also, you do video, right? You do video, and there is no better way to let your visitor know that they can get along with you, that they're going to like you as a person, like you as a photographer, than doing a short about video and just talking about your business and yourself just a little bit, 1 or 2 minutes at the most, just really letting your personality come across and shine. All right. I know we're getting close to time. Let's see. Contact, let's check that out really quick. All right, and then here we finally get to a location. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 site menus in. Finally, we get to a location, your contact page that lets us know you are in fact in Jamaica. This is the built-in contact page, perfectly fine to use. Want to see that location information a little bit sooner. Let's check out client login. This should be the client access page, which it looks like it is. Looks like we have an image in here that's possibly from a private gallery or something like that. You might want to check this image out and why it's not showing up. I always recommend creating a custom image to show here if you're going to use client access, because only your clients are going to be using this page, and what better way to tell them thank you and how much you appreciate them than on the client access page. And then guest book. I would remove the guest book, honestly. I mean, it does look like you have some actual people here, so it looks like maybe actually this is being used. This might be the first time I'm gonna say I might keep this guest book, because it does look like you have actual people leaving reviews and information in here rather than people just spamming your guest book. So good job setting that up. All right, so overall I think you've got a nice start. Definitely some things that we need to work on, specifically more text information, getting your location information in there sooner, and then getting that about page updated. But I do want to say thank you so much for submitting your site to be reviewed. Hopefully this information was helpful. Again, just adding more gallery captions, more text, more places where we can find more information about you. And then I would really love to see a custom about page on here rather than just the same text that was available on your homepage repeated with a photo of yourself. Definitely an about video would be my recommendations. But thank you again so much, and I hope this information was helpful. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching that site review. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you get notified when we post videos and when we go live. Now, if you're interested in having your site reviewed, there's a link in the description below this video where you can submit your website for that. And in addition to getting a site review, you're also going to get a link where you can schedule a session with me. We're going to go over your website, go over the review. I'll answer any questions that you have and help you make any changes that you're interested in making. So the link to sign up for that is in the description below this video. Now, don't forget Zenfolio Live coming up this Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you guys there. Until then, I hope you have a great week.